Hello everyone. Today we will discuss a new topic, that is World Trade Organization. Before going to discuss World Trade Organization, we will know the brief history of World Trade Organization and working of trade organization. The outline of trade organization, which we are going to discuss in this today's lecture: what is WTO, birth of WTO, effect of the WTO, structure of WTO, principles of WTO, objectives of WTO and functions of WTO. Now, first we will define WTO. What is World Trade Organization? The World Trade Organization is a multilateral organization headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland. It came to existence on January 1st, 1995 as a successor to the General Agreement on Tariff and Trade, that is GATT. The organization functions as a central body that facilitates global trade. The WTO provides a common platform to negotiate trade agreements among member countries and to resolve any trade issue if it is taking place between country and among countries. It manages 60 global and about 300 regional trade agreements. The WTO comprises 164 member states. There are also observer states that are not part of this agreement to the WTO and they do not participate in free trade. Means there are some observers also deputed if any disputes is taking place among or between the countries in trade. So, they are keeping their eye on it and they do not participate in trade between countries and among countries. Now, we will discuss how the birth or when the birth of WTO was taken place. The WTO's creation on 1st January 1995 marked the biggest reform of international trade since the end of Second World War. The WTO officially commenced on 1st January 1995 under the agreement signed by 123 nations on 15th April 1994, replacing the General Agreement on Tariff and Trade, that is GATT, which commenced in 1948. Means the replacement of GATT in the WTO, then birth of WTO took place. Whereas the GATT mainly deal with trade in goods, the WTO and its member countries or in its agreement also cover trade in services and intellectual property. The birth of WTO also created new procedures for the settlement of disputes. So, you can say that this is the improved system or the agreement than GATT WTO. Now, we will discuss about the fact file of WTO. Location: Geneva, Switzerland. Establishment: 1st January 1995. Created by Uruguay Round Negotiations 1986-94. Many rounds and negotiations were taken place between this period of the time, and after that there is a birth of or the WTO was created. Establishment under Marrakesh Agreement. Membership 164 countries. The Director Dr. Nagji Okuzo Iweda. Secretariat staff 625. Now, we will discuss about the structure of WTO, that is Ministerial Conference, Disputes Settlement, General Council, Trade Policy, Review Body, the Committee on the goods and services which is taking place between country among countries. The committee is constituted and some observers they were also appointed. Good Counsel Intellectual Property Council and Services Council. Now we will discuss about the structure of World Trade Organization. The first one is Ministerial Conference. The Ministerial Conference of the WTO meets every 2 years to make important decisions about existing trade agreements. Doesn't mean that all the agreements that were settled or framed during the inception of or start of the WTO, after that every 2 years there is a meeting or there is a ministerial conferences taken place, and they review all these decisions that were taken during this period of the time. If there is a requirement of any new agreement, that is added in it. The ministerial conference holds the authority to make decisions on any aspects of all multilateral agreement made under WTO. It is only authorized to make decisions to take on trade agreements or the multilateral agreements which are between country and among member countries. The conference includes representative from all members of the WTO. It gives equal representative to all its members regardless of the idea or regardless of the size of the economy or state in international trade. Means there is no difference between the status of countries, means developing, less developed country, developed countries, or about the size of country or about the economic position of country. Every member country, they get equal opportunity to put their ideas, to put their suggestions, and all the incorporated by this ministerial conference. 12th Ministerial Conference is held on June 2021 in Kazakhstan. Now we will discuss about the WTO is headed by ministerial conference, while the daily operations are carried out by 3 administrative bodies. So we will discuss what are these 3 administrative bodies beside this ministerial conference. The first one is General Council. The General Council comprises the representative of all member countries and acts as the representative of the ministerial conference when it carries to daily operations. Means all the member countries, so they equally participate, they equally access their rights regarding taking the decisions on trade agreement between member countries or among member countries. Its job is to carry out the implementation and monitoring functions of the WTO. Second one is dispute settlement body. Because we had discussed in GATT the dispute settlement body that was not so efficient, not active and not so powerful. So, that is why WTO came into existence after replacing of GATT. The dispute settlement body is a part of the General Council and is responsible for settling trade disputes between member states. Number 3, Trade Policy Review Body. The body undertakes regular reviews of the policies to ensure they conform to the rules of the WTO. So, all the rules and regulations which are leveled in WTO, so they evaluate, they see whether these rules are followed or not followed, that is reviewed by the committee and that followed by each and every or the member country or the member nations. Now we will discuss about principles of WTO. Non-discrimination, this is the first principle. There is no discrimination whether this is a rich country, poor country, medium income countries, according to their size, population, or their position. So, there is no any discrimination, it is a non-discrimination. It has the non-discrimination has 2 aspects. One is the most favored nations. I told you those who are the member countries, they are the most favored nations. They can freely make trade between member countries. Second one, the national treatment. Under the most favored nations, all WTO member countries should be treated equally. There is no difference without discrimination. For example, India decides to lower basic customs duty for imports of iron ore from China, this favor will have to be extended to all other countries. Means if any country, just we had taken example of India, they wanted to reduce the custom duty, so that will be applicable all the country which comes under the category of India. Now, the national treatment. Foreign goods and local goods must be treated equally. So, there is no difference like the foreign goods or this local goods, both will be treated equally. Free trade. All trade barriers should be lowered gradually through negotiations, because the developed country, so they have more technology, they have more capital, their cost of production that may be low, productivity may be higher. The developing country, they do not have such kind of the facility. So, with the negotiations ki how much trade barriers or how much trade or the duties, custom duty that must be leveled. So, that will be decided negotiably among member countries or member states. That is also there. There should be stability and predictability in the trade rules of a nation. So, between the member countries, among countries, so there will be stability, there is no any such kind of the confusions, and what that is predicted, so that will be followed by every country. Promoting fair competitions. So, specifically the purpose of WTO ki how the fair competition among member country that can be promoted and that can be enhanced. Encourage development and economic reforms. So, this is also one of the motto of WTO ki how the economic reforms that can be enhanced and how the encouragement of development that can be taken place. So, all these member countries, they can discuss at that platform, and that can be all the country they are treated equally. Now, we will discuss the objectives of WTO. First objective is establishment and enforcing rules for international trade. So, because this is a between the member countries, so all these establishment that will be ki how the international trade that can be enhanced, all the rules and regulations that will be framed and implemented, leveled, and will be followed by each and every member country. To improve the standard of living of people in member country. So, WTO also focusing on ki how the level of living, how the standard of living of member country, the people of member country that can be enhanced, that can be improved. So, WTO also works on it. To ensure full employment and broad increase in effective demand. So, the WTO also works on that ki the effective demand that must be taken into consideration, not the total demand, because effective demand, so all the people they must in a capacity to buy, does not mean the rich people they are buying. If you take the total demand, so in the rich they have they can access more because they have their higher income capacity, they can buy more goods. Lower income group people, they cannot buy more goods because of the low level of income. So, if we take the total, so demand will be higher, but in effective demand actually in certain income group of people how much they may demand. So, that is also WTO also works on it. To protect the environment. So, this is also one of the concept that is taken in ki how the environment can be protected, because sometimes for the development or the economic growth purposes. So, environmental concept that is totally misused and not protected. So, WTO also works on it ki how this environment can be protected. So, development activities and the growth activity that can be taken place without harming environment. And because we have also discussed, because the trade and services also included in that WTO. So, that is focusing on that. To accept the concept of sustainable development. So, sustainable development, so the things must be sustained. So, if the numbers of goods and services are increasing without exploiting the resources which can be used for the future for survival of human life. So, that will be WTO also works on that sustainable development that must be taken into consideration ki the countries which they are using their resources. So, they should have to use their resources in such a way that the future population does not suffer. To promote world trade in manner that benefits every country. So, the trade is maintained in such a way that all the countries, whether the developed countries or the developing country, so they must be benefited. Matlab developed or developing country or maybe less than the low income country, sabhi all they are treated equally. To ensure that developing countries secure a better balance in the sharing of advantages resulting from the expansion of international trade corresponding to their development needs. So, the developing country, their interest that is taken into consideration, so that they can make balance when they are making their using the resources for the development needs of people. To demolish all hurdles to an open world trading system and usher in international economic renaissance, because the world trade is an effective instrument to foster economic growth. So, the basic motto of WTO is how the economic growth, the speed of economic growth can be fastened. So, this is the one of the major objective of WTO. To enhance competitiveness among all the trading partners so as to benefit consumers and help in global integration. So, specifically this WTO, that is to make the trade in such a way that so there is no any deficiency, there is no any decrease or the availability of the goods among the countries, and the consumers they can be benefited. So, they can get the because if suppose I take an example trade between the developing and the developed country, because if a good suppose a good is produced in developing country, their cost of production that may be higher, because the developing country may not have such kind of technology, resources or such kind of the entrepreneur skills, but the same good which is produced in developed country, so they may have such kind of the technology for the production of that a good. So, if we are making the exchange of goods or making the trade among the member country, so the developing country they can be benefited by importing or by making the trade with developed country, same with the developing country, because some goods that is not available in developed country. So, the developing country they can export to these member nation country. So, the consumers they can be ultimately benefiting, prices that can be also controlled, and the certain kind of quality of the goods. So, that can be from the one member country to the another, that can be traded. To increase the level of production and productivity with a view to ensuring level of employment in the world. So, WTO also works on that ki how the employment can be generated, because if the productivity will be higher, so that more and more investor will be attracted, and when more and more investment will be taken place, so the sources of employment will be generated, and the youth they will get more and more employment opportunity to their country, and that will be benefited to them. Now, we will discuss about the functions of WTO. First function of WTO is to act as a main body to promote multilateral trade system. Second one is cooperatives and other international bodies in the matters of international trade. Already we have discussed both the points. If anybody has confusion, put in comment box, then I will give reply of that. To control harmful and unfair trade practices. This is also one of the biggest function of, because sometimes in the name of developing country they allow other country to make investment in their country or to trade from one country to another country and their resources or their environment that may be infected. So, WTO protects that situation so that one nation cannot affect the other nations, their development activity, their environmental and other resources which are available in their member country. To protect barriers free trade. So, all these trade agreements when taken place in WTO time to time, because there is a revision or the evaluation of policy. So, the trade is fixed ki such much will be leveled on developing country and such be duties, customs and other trade barriers will be on developed country or the developing country. So, all the member country they follow the trade rules according to WTO, which is leveled in WTO. The immediate trade disputes among nations. So, trade disputes are simply resolved in a certain period of the time, specified period of the time. Undertake action and suggest measures for smooth flow of trade. So, WTO also works on that ki how the smooth flow of trade can be taken place among member countries and how the actions taken so that they can be beneficial for both developing as well as to developed countries. Thank you very much for listening me, and if you do have any doubt you can put in comment box, and please like and subscribe this